Welcome back to the Logical Idiots podcast. We're joined here with Blurrr today. How's it going, buddy?
Really good. How are you?
Well,
Been better.
Yeah. Vitality won today, so there's that.
That's all. I mean,
Dude,
they were technically NA, so.
here's the thing. I was like, everyone's like, oh, I can't wait for Vitality to win, and I was just like, please do not let Vitality win, because if Zin wins in his first LAN, no one's gonna shut up about it on Twitter.
Oh, he's going to win Worlds. He's going to win Worlds, and he's already going to submit himself in the top 5 of all time.
Dude,
I mean,
genuinely,
another 5 years of this shit.
Dude, genuinely, I just know when I log onto Twitter either tonight or tomorrow, my timeline is only going to be about Zen, and I'm going to kill myself.
Yep.
I don't want to see, like, I don't want to keep scrolling trying to network on Twitter, and all I just see is just Zen. I was like, I couldn't do it. I can't do it. I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw it when he was first being introduced last LAN, when they're like, he's going to come in and replace whoever. I can't do it again, man.
Yeah, but that's all CS knowledge.
Yeah.
Bit too much, in my opinion.
Yeah. But I'm also like, I'm glad I didn't go at least, because like I wanted to go, right? And I would love to see my friends. But Thursday night on stream, man, that was magical, dude. That was an awesome stream.
Oh yeah.
Anyone who is listening who wasn't during that stream, I did a normal viewer tourney for Rocket League like I usually do, and something just happened when I went to go in stream 2 hours in, because I usually do like 2 hour streams, when everyone was just like, no, don't end, and then there was just a huge flood of people that came in the stream, started following, subbing, and next thing I knew, we were up 16 followers, 15 subs, however many bits, I think it was like 10, I don't know, $10 in bits or whatever, and I was just like, well, this was out of the blue, so we did like another 2 hours for the stream, and it was the first time when I had not been rated, when I literally could not read everything in chat. So that was an awesome stream for me.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you were there.
Huge
I was about to say, were you even there? But then I realized, yeah, you were.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about? Everybody was there.
Panda.
Mason showed up too.
Yeah, he's been showing up lately.
Mason showed up, me.
I try to.
Yeah.
I'm the real standout character here.
I texted you saying get on. Get in the stream
and I did.
now.
And I did.
Surprisingly, you usually tell me to tell me
I
no.
definitely thought about it. I was like,
You're like,
was
something's
like,
happening here.
I was like, I haven't been on in a while. I should probably get on. I wasn't doing anything at the time, but a lot of the time, whenever you're streaming, I'm like actively doing something. And it's like, oh well.
Dude, I feel bad about when I'm streaming right now, because like I have a lot of EU viewers. Lately, since I've been doing viewer tourneys, I mean like every person that you see like keep coming in is from the EU. I think I just have a lot of viewership over there. But the problem is that when I go to stream, it's like 1 to 2 a.m. for them.
The EU, they don't sleep.
Yeah, and everyone's just like, so when you start, I'm like, man, you know, sometimes I start at like 2 in the afternoon if I'm off that day, but usually it's like not until 6:30 my time. That's like 1 or 2 for them. It's just like, yeah, it sucks, because like I don't want people to be like missing sleep just to view a tourney, but like,
I mean, are you really missing sleep? It's only 1 a.m.
Yeah.
but they're on weekdays.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Fair enough.
it's only 1
Most of
a.m.
my audience in the EU is like between the range of 13 to 16, so it's fine.
Oh man.
No, Grant, no, don't even start this.
Don't go Rocket Girl on us here, Austin.
Oh no, Jesus.
I had been filling him in about the
instant
entire.
callback.
I had been filling him in about this entire situation while it was happening, and his responses were like pretty out there. They weren't.
Well, thankfully, she didn't show up.
Oh, did she not?
No, she said her mental was chalked. Also, but she also did say that she was going to mass record the entire live event, which is highly illegal, by the way.
I was gonna wait. What?
She was going to mass record the entire event just in case someone tried to do something to her. But it's
Oh, yeah.
highly illegal to record people, especially when there's 13-year-old kids going to be there.
Well, that's your
But
specialty, right?
yeah, it's a specialty.
Well, it's not technically illegal because you're in a public space in
Yeah.
what can only be considered truthfully a sporting event, and it can only be assumed that you will be on camera at an event like that.
I mean, they
and
have
if-
cameras there. Like,
Well,
yeah, like if
yeah,
there's
no.
if there's reasonable if there's like reasonable intent that you're going to be on camera, you can't be mad that you're on camera.
Yeah, you can be, but that's sanctioned by the place. Like any sporting event, you're going to see cameras into. You know that it's security. But for someone to live stream it all for themselves, that's the part that's not allowed.
Yeah.
Like it's for personal gain. You can't
Yeah.
do it.
now, I will say, Grant, you can't say you can't be mad about that because have you seen how insane people are these days? You see people who will have their phone out, literally just like on FaceTime with people. People just will assume they're like being recorded and will go crazy.
Oh my god, they were roommates. Dude, the old Vine. I miss Vine. Can we just take a second, just a moment of silence for Vine?
Yeah,
Rest
but
in
I feel
peace.
like now compared to some of the stuff, it's outdated. The humor is like early meme culture kind of outdated.
That's when life was good, though.
Well, yeah, because we were
Nostalgic.
young.
Exactly.
Oh, Austin.
I understand, man. Yeah.
Austin. The thing I said like way earlier in the week, thing we could talk about. Perfect time. All right. This is gonna be a little personality test for you, Blurb.
What?
And it's a
Oh.
question.
I don't know what's
Just
happening,
answer
Blur.
it.
I don't know
Answer
what's
it.
happening.
Answer it truthfully
Oh no.
to the best of your ability, okay?
Oh no.
Okay.
What is your favorite fictional band?
Fictional
You never texted me
band?
about this,
Yeah.
Grant.
That's because I didn't tell you what the topic was. I told you that this was the question,
Oh,
but I never told you
yeah.
what the question was.
Oh yeah.
Fictional
Yeah.
band?
Yeah.
A fictional band. I'll give you an example. I'll give you two examples.
Lemonade
so
Mouth.
one example. Oh, that's a good example. But another good example is a Love Handle from Phineas and Ferb,
Classic.
and the Hex Girls from Scooby Doo.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
Oh, dude, the Hex Girls got me absolutely drooling. Out there looking like a fucking bulldog in front of the TV when I was 12, man.
My God.
Being completely honest, the only one that's popping to my head right now is the School of Rock band.
Oh yeah.
That's the only one that I can think of off the top of my
Fair
head.
enough. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
No, lemonade.
Austin, can you come up
Lemonade
with a
Mouth,
good
man.
one?
That's where it was
Lemonade
at.
Mouth is
Lemonade Mouth was my
really
favorite
good.
Disney movie of all time.
Mhm.
Your favorite?
Wait,
Yeah.
favorite? Wait, hang on a second.
Favorite Disney movie of all time, and I will not change my answer ever.
That I wouldn't even. I would put that at like B
you're
tier. I think
No, that's a little too harsh.
maybe A.
But what about
Maybe A, but not.
what about that one movie about the guy who freestyles?
Oh,
Can't think of what it's called though.
I
Like
know.
Shine On or something.
Yes,
It
that's what it is.
Shine.
Shine. Let it shine. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
not a fan, won't lie.
Probably honestly one of the better. Definitely one of the better.
Definitely. I
Disney-
watched that
Disney
many
movies.
times.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
The only rap music I ever liked.
Okay, imagine an 8 Mile movie, but for children.
Ah.
That's basically what it was, Grant.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
that's true. That's 100% accurate. And
Yeah.
it was the only rap music I ever liked.
I can listen to any music except for country.
You guys are gonna hate each
Country
other.
is like all I listen to.
No, you don't listen to country. You listen to bluegrass country, which is even
Yeah, I
worse.
do.
It's
Even worse.
it's rough.
I'm an old soul. I'm an old soul. Leave me alone.
Every time I have to ride in his car when we're going up to Purdue, which thankfully doesn't happen anymore. What
Not necessarily.
do you mean?
You might still ride with me
Oh,
if you want to.
oh, true. They're gonna say because I might not get a parking pass, and I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told my
No.
parents. If I don't get a parking pass, I will park in the president's driveway if I have to. I'm gonna get a parking pass, and if they don't give me one, I will put my truck in the worst places or most inconvenient places for them, and I will make sure they can't tow it.
Yeah.
You can just park on one of the side streets.
True.
If you're far enough away, they will never, ever care about it. You can park it in my apartment complex.
Yeah, that's
And-
also very inconvenient for me.
I mean, it's just a bus ride over.
Yeah, but now I have to spend time out of my day to go get a bus ride when I just want to go grab, like, say, go to Walmart real quick or whatever.
Well, here's the thing: is that the parking pass is like $300,
Mhm.
right? Tickets are $35. Now, for a gentleman like me, the only time I take my car to campus is when I have exams, and a $35 ticket is very worth not having to walk 3 miles home after failing an exam.
Well,
Yeah.
they do ramp up in price if you, let's say it's your
Nope.
5th ticket. They don't?
No,
No, it's a year pass, right?
Hmm?
Isn't it like a year
no,
pass?
he's talking about. Yeah. It's for the year, but he's talking about
Tickets.
he's talking about the tickets.
Oh,
They just keep giving you $35 tickets as long as you're paying them. They just keep giving them to you. They don't give a shit.
Oh, yeah. Fair.
wait, shouldn't they be free
They're
for you
just-
since you can just use your card?
For me,
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I thought it was just you showed your card, like your ID there, and like, okay.
No. So how the parking passes work?
No, not parking
Yes.
passes. I'm talking about for the bus.
Oh yeah. I just show my student ID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We're okay. Anyway.
That's completely free though. That's completely
yeah.
free.
Okay. I think we're losing track here.
I think you got confused somewhere along the line.
You were
and
mentioning a
everyone
bus
else
and you said
followed.
ticket. I'm like, wait, why are you paying $35 if you already get it for free?
No,
Yeah.
that's not what he said.
Yeah, that's not what I said.
Okay. Anyways,
Anyway.
moving on. Oh god, I had something else I was gonna bring up for you, Blurr. I completely just forgot it.
Didn't remember it.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Minecraft server. The that's been going really well lately.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think. Yeah. So we're doing a Minecraft SMP with a bunch of other streamers, guys, and me and Blur were just like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just build a house together. We just share the same resources. And so far, besides one person who is a Minecraft speedrunner, that is his only game he plays, we are the
Man
richest
got
and have the
diamonds
best.
Man
Yeah.
got diamonds before I even got my first pickaxe.
This man is so rich. He gave me 3 diamonds because he didn't know what to do with them.
This dude
What a
got the
beast.
achievement for diamonds before I got a stone pickaxe. I was like, what?
He's a monster.
Yeah. And he just gave us a 10 obsidian as well.
I'm like Urkel. I can't see shit.
Dude, I can see, but I have astigmatism in both eyes, so
Am I the only one that's not blind here?
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not blind. I just was supposed to wear glasses but never did, and I don't really care
Yeah,
anymore.
I don't need glasses for reading because
okay, you're
Like,
weird. Get out of
I
here.
can just-
no.
miss a line or whatever, but I never do it. So, because I don't
So
read, I just listen to
you're-
audiobooks.
Bro,
So
Seth,
you
I don't
need
read.
glasses to read audiobooks.
No, I don't.
That's
I don't
crazy.
read books. I just listen to audiobooks instead. My
You need
ADHD
glasses.
never lets me read books and be fully entertained anyway.
Jared, can you go ahead and read? No. My name's Jared. I'm 19, and I never fucking learned how to read. That's you. You're
Yeah.
the kid that everybody called on during popcorn reading because they thought it was funny to hear you stutter.
You know what? No, genuinely, I did stutter a lot when reading, but they
I have
never
a fucking
called on me.
speech impediment. I
I know. I didn't want to bully you though, Blurb.
No,
I don't care.
sometimes
But-
they would teacher would call on me and they're like, Austin, you want to read? I'd say no, and they said, why don't you go and read? I said, pick someone else, and they said okay. Surprisingly, I got away with that, but no one else did. No,
Well, honestly, it's because the teachers were so fucking tired. 'Cause
it's true.
It's like arguing, like, you're just like me, you could argue with a tree. And so it's like, it's not even worth, like, really fighting it.
No, I'm the type of guy, like, and Grant knows this and he hates it about me. I am so stubborn, even if I know I am wrong, I will still argue just to make them angry. And I'll do it to Grant all the time.
No.
I'll do it to Grant all the time over just stupid things, just because I know, like, he doesn't have a temper until I say something really stupid or when driving. And so,
Dude,
it
I
doesn't
love
come
when
out
you-
often, but when it does, it's glorious. So I always try and push him over the edge, just for fun.
Dude, I love when it, like, after recordings and it's just like us three and you get on some rant about something and then Grant just absolutely despises your opinion about it, and for
Yeah.
like 30 minutes straight y'all are arguing back and forth about something that probably doesn't even matter and you'll probably forget about tomorrow.
Exactly.
Oh,
Way to
it
describe our
definitely
friendship.
doesn't matter.
No,
And we both do forget about it the next day.
no, this is like almost 9 years of friendship that's been happening, and we just do this back and forth all the time. In this group, it's been known what's called an Austin opinion, because I'll make a opinion that, like, even I don't fully believe, but I just say for either entertainment value or because I know it's gonna spark an argument and everyone is gonna be against me, and it's just gonna be so fun watching it get heated. And so
That's the thing. I don't get mad at people who are just like legitimately dumb. I get mad at people who I know aren't dumb when they say stupid shit.
no, Blur, a good example, you know when me and Widow would argue in our chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an Austin opinion. Was something that I don't fully believe, but I know it's gonna be fun for, like, entertainment value, and so I'll just say it and hope something sparks.
Oh no.
Are we
So
recording?
you gaslight
Yeah, we're recording.
everyone you talk to.
Yeah, no, I'm a primetime gaslighter, but not like in a bad way. It's literally just for entertainment. It's not like I'll go and, like,
I
make
don't
you
think
like.
I don't think that makes it good.
No.
That
It's just,
doesn't.
no.
No,
But
it definitely doesn't make it good.
well, no. But I'm saying it's not like hurtful gaslighting to where they're doubting themselves going to cause therapy. It's just gaslighting to make them, like, to make me laugh and maybe some others laugh. But at the end of the day, we're both going to laugh about it when we look back on how stupid it was that we were arguing about something. Not something that's going to be like
I rarely look back and think, yeah, that was hilarious.
I look back on it all
Often
the
I
time.
look back and think, I often look back and think, man, he has to be the
Austin's an
single
idiot.
dumbest human being
Yeah.
that has ever walked God's green earth. That was some Cro-Magnon level shit right
dome.
there.
Yeah.
I mean, this man. Yeah, often I look back and think, man, Austin would be the one going when the other people were making cave paintings. You know what I mean? Like,
I'd be the one hitting over the head with a club, you know? Just
Like,
yeah.
you're hitting yourself in the head with the club and you
True.
find it absolutely
That's why I'm a
hilarious.
streamer, man. Entertainment through the roof, all right? I lack basic simple functions, but it allows me for primetime entertainment, for just rattling off the dumbest things you ever heard that'll just make you laugh. Same way Grant does.
Whoa. Don't lump me
Oh,
into your
yeah.
category. We're not the same, buddy.
I would
we're
agree
a
with
little
Grant
bit the
on this
same.
one.
I
Yeah.
can be if I want to. But I try not to.
Often you stoop down to my level, though, when it's just you and me hanging out. When me and Grant hang out, oftentimes, if one of these things happen, it is like a brain cell playing ping pong. It's just like back and forth. Just so someone is saying something stupid, and the other one shares that same thought, and it just goes back and forth. It happens a lot when
Very
we're in the
sad.
car. It happens a lot when we're in the car.
Yeah, it's
Not
very sad.
surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, tax the poor, eat the Amish.
Blurrr, do you know about that?
As-
Maybe,
Th-
probably not.
That has become our official quote of the podcast, because when when we drive back up to Purdue, it's through Amish country, right? And
Totally.
and one time we were driving. This part isn't funny, but someone got struck by a car, right?
Ooh, nice.
And
Never fun.
and so we were watching the ambulance leave, and you know how when a ambulance gets stopped by a train, it's called a soul train because it'll turn off its lights and usually the person in there dies. Okay, well, anyway, even if you didn't, even if you didn't know that, we watched the same thing.
There, so yeah.
Yeah, we watched the same thing happen with a Amish buggy instead. So we called it the soul buggy and created the phrase "tax the poor, eat the Amish."
because fuck the Amish, okay? And it wasn't even that was the problem. We got stuck behind, like, it was a Sunday, so they were all out and about going to, you know, the preacher's house for a sermon. And they were all going back home. And so we got stuck behind one buggy, and it's like, darn it. You know, I got stuck behind a buggy. You go around him. And then the second one, this was the real problem. This dude made no attempt to stop. Okay? He would have died dead if I was not paying attention. Because
we were going like 60 down this hill.
it's a highway. It's a 2-lane highway. We were going 65 and we come to like a T intersection. And so we're on the 65 and he's on like, you know, like the 30 road. And he literally, have you ever seen the video of it's nighttime and the horse and buggy drifts onto the road to Tokyo Drift? That is literally what happened. He's like, he full speed runs his buggy onto the highway, drifts it in front of us, and he pulls onto the highway like 100 feet in front of us. We're going like 65 miles an hour. And it's like, dude, what are you doing?
They don't have windows, they can't see, bro.
Surely to God bless the Amish with the good sense to slow the fuck down.
No, man, clearly not.
Fuck the Amish. I mean, everything they stand for, I actually really like, but fuck the Amish.
Free tax or no taxes, you know?
Well, no,
That
it's just like that lifestyle of like actually getting back to, because let's be honest, it's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Like the way we live is kind of fucked.
Agreed.
And like getting back to kind of traditional, you know, you want something, make it. You want food, make it. Like that kind of lifestyle. That is really noble and I actually really like it. But I don't believe in angels and I don't think I'm going anywhere after I die. So
listen, I have an idea. I have a proposal, and I really want this to be a thing. I think we need to create a religion called the Logical Idiots Religion, right? Where I don't care who we invite or what else, right? The sermon is the podcast, and everyone else doesn't have to pay taxes. Because it'll be an official religion.
That's what you really need to do. If you're like if you're a drug dealer,
oh no.
You want to get in good with the church and just launder your money through a church, because a church is technically a charity, and so it gets a special tax exemption. And because churches income is totally based off donations, and there's no way to prove that the donations are made illegally, you can launder as much money as you want through them with a tax write-off.
Grant, you need to stop giving criminals advice. You did this with the school shooting thing before too. Stop giving people advice on doing illegal activities, man. You're gonna get this podcast banned. Like, Spotify might not care, but YouTube will.
Theoretically.
Theoretically, yeah.
Hypothetically.
That's what the Irish did, right? Okay,
Maybe, I
that was a
don't know.
All this is-
lot of silence, man.
All of this is hypothetical.
Yeah.
Of course, don't actually launder money through a church, which would be an excellent way to do it, because that's wrong. That's totally wrong and illegal.
And of course, you
But-
shouldn't blow up the IRS building. You definitely shouldn't. Totally illegal. It definitely wouldn't help everyone out. Anyways, boys. So I think we're all gonna get
Internal
put on an
Revenue
FBI
Service.
list. I'm sorry, Blur. We've
If I'm not already
added you
on
to
one-
this list now. Congratulations.
Wouldn't be my first time.
If I'm not already on it,
Fit right
they're
in.
slacking. They're slacking at the bureau if I'm not already on it.
True. If you've seen our texts, like
Oh,
we
dude.
say some wild things. We're definitely on some kind of list there.
Yeah, we're like, so somebody looks at the text and be like, man, these guys probably like Kool-Aid. Little tidbit there for anybody who understands.
No, listen, the FBI looks at me and Grant and goes, we don't know if they're joking or not, but if they aren't, prepare the defenses. Like,
Now that I live on a farm, I'm very susceptible to getting ruby ridged.
yeah, true.
Jeez.
True.
I got a big scary dog. Like I can definitely see some people in the tree line right next to my house. Like I can imagine. Maya goes over there sniffing. They just give her a quick little
See,
right in behind the bushes.
that's why I planted landmines all over my yard, you know?
Mm.
They try and get
Like,
anywhere near that tree line. Gone.
You just wake up one night and you just hear you hear Merlin from the Kingsmen singing Country Roads Take Me Home.
Oh.
That was a great movie.
That really was. Both of them were great movies. They didn't make a third. And not like The King's
did.
Man, not the prequel one. I mean
Like
like
an
an
actual
actual.
Still a third movie.
I'm talking about an actual movie to complete the trilogy. That's what I want. It's
Yeah.
the same way I want Sicario 3. Sicario 2 wasn't as good as the first one, but the second one was setting up for a third movie, and now they're probably not going to make it because the second one didn't do as good because it was a setup movie. Like, come on. It was basically Sicario 2 was basically Batman vs Superman. Wasn't very good because it was just setting up everything, but it still had some decent scenes, you know?
hmm
And what it was setting up was pretty good. Yeah.
I think we should talk about the hope on the horizon for cinema.
I don't think there's very much hope for that.
I disagree. We have Barbie. We have Oppenheimer.
Okay, yeah,
We
fair enough.
have Disney re-releasing all of like really classic movies into theaters. We'll be able to watch Incredibles in theaters.
I thought you were
now
gonna...
understanding the adult jokes in it.
True.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'm really excited.
as
The next in 3.5 years, the new Spider-Man movie.
true,
Mhm.
true. In 3.5 years, yeah. No,
I'm
look,
really excited for the Blue Beetle movie.
yeah. Well, I
I'm
would.
not.
It looks
I'm
really good.
not at all.
Here's the thing, right? I have no hope for cinema anymore, purely because the only thing that gets people into theaters anymore is superhero movies. Oppenheimer and Barbie. Listen, Oppenheimer and
Oppenheimer will.
Barbie are probably going to get a lot of people in theaters. But a lot of the movies that were goated in the past, frankly, just aren't going to get anyone in theaters now. Like we just watched Law Abiding Citizen, right, Grant? That is a fantastic movie. That is a top 50 movie. It would bomb at the box office nowadays. It
I
would.
disagree.
Maybe.
I don't think it would bomb. I think, honestly, I think it would actually be praised more, especially with the like current kind of political climate and like the inherent distrust the American people have with our judicial system. I bet it would actually get really like a lot of press and popularity.
Maybe. But even like movies like that, right? Movies like that, not
Mhm.
necessarily law-abiding citizen as well. But I mean, like just anything that's not a superhero movie, that's not like a huge hot button issue. That's like would be a great movie. Wouldn't get as much traction. Like,
I think movies do, because there's still a lot of non-superhero movies coming out that look amazing and have been amazing
yeah,
Yeah.
true. Well,
and
true.
have gotten
here's the-
insanely good reviews.
Well,
It's
here's
just
the
there's
thing.
two really big companies, two of the biggest movie industries out there, that are pumping out content.
Well, here's the thing. It's not about reviews and well, you said like if it's a good movie or not, right? It's also the fact that people don't want to go into theaters anymore. After COVID, people would just rather watch it at home. They can pause the movie if they need to use a restroom or something like that.
I mean,
I like
obviously,
going
I
to
can't
theaters.
speak for other cities, but Sioux Falls movie theaters have been booming since the end of COVID. They've
Oh,
been
dude.
doing much better than they ever have before.
I think with the introduction of streaming services, and like the ability to like rent movies online, I think it really killed like the like movie theater industry.
Agreed. I totally agree. And it's like that's the thing. Another thing is movie theaters don't make money from the ticket sales. They make money
They
from the
don't.
popcorn and stuff. That's why they're so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like now people don't want to buy that either. So like I
Tickets
genuinely
are still like $15.
I
like
would shell out
13.
my soul for a bucket of movie popcorn, alright?
true. No, movie
Absolutely
popcorn is
not.
great, but it's expensive, and it's
It
expensive
is
for a reason.
expensive. I can't
I mean,
fight that,
mine is
but
only
damn,
like
is it
$5
good.
for a large.
Did you say
Bruh.
95?
$5.
No, 5.
Oh, okay. I was about to say 95 is crazy.
Not
I was
95.
about to say usually it's
No.
like 30, right?
What?
No.
I think
No.
Dude,
I,
think
I guess
it-
it depends on where you live.
I think ours is 16 for a large.
I was going to say
16?
15
I can
sounds
get a
kind
large.
of.
I think
sounds
for
good.
Midwest it's like 15 or 16. I think for more of the East Coast, I think that's like 30.
I'm Midwest.
What are
It's
you
$5
talking
for
about?
me.
I'll look it up right now.
Here's the thing.
I'll look it up
Our
right now.
large is also like it's probably like if you put liquid in there, that's gotta be like 200 ounces. Like if you put liquid in the large popcorn containers at our theater, easily like a 200-ounce container.
Yeah, no, those things are crazy, dude. Imagine bringing one of those to like one of the 7-Eleven slushy day things. Like,
I've
Oh,
done it
yeah.
before. I've done it before.
Of
They
course you
kicked me
have.
out.
No, what you gotta do is you gotta bring a really big straw and a wheelbarrow,
yeah,
and just stream it into the wheelbarrow.
mm-hmm. I'm looking it up right now. Sorry, 1 second. AMC price.
I don't know. Did you guys see that video of the guy who looked at the ticket sales or like the seating chart for the Oppenheimer movie, and he was complaining because some like crazy guy chose a seat front and center, and everybody put the little clip of the people who are like sitting on the couch and then it explodes and they like go like flying through the air. And it's like this guy during the Oppenheimer movie.
No, I think I sent it to you, Grant. I was looking up. You know how people have that conversation? It was like, oh well, nuclear bombs weren't necessarily necessary during World War II.
It was not totally unnecessary.
A week, or what was scheduled a week after the first bomb dropped was for Japan to drop the bubonic plague over the U.S. in San Francisco.
True.
So I mean, technically, kind of helped a lot because it's like, they were like, okay, so we have it set up for August or whatever, a week before it drops. They said, Hiroshima says, hit him with the bomb. Boom. They said, do you surrender? No. Hit him again. And it's like, do you surrender? Yes. Great. Now no more bubonic plague in San Francisco. It may not have been totally necessary, but it did save a lot of lives,
That's the crazy thing.
Mm-hmm.
People, I'm sorry, Blurrr, but this is kind of directed at you. People who don't think the dropping of the bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki wasn't necessary have no clue how committed the Japanese were to not surrendering.
Yeah.
Because if you literally think about it, it took 2 nuclear bombs. They didn't surrender after the first one. It took 2 nuclear bombs for them to surrender.
Not only that, there was only one team or like squad or whatever to actually ever successfully invade Japan's mainland, and that was in a submarine to blow up a train.
Yeah.
Which is a
Japan?
crazy thing to think about, that a submarine blew up a train and was the only successful like invasion of Japan's mainland.
Yeah. Because it really is crazy to think about the fact that even though Japan was fighting a losing war, like, Japan was going to lose eventually,
Mhm.
but they literally would have sacrificed every man, woman, and child they had.
They would have literally been like, is there still grass here? There's like at least one. That's good enough. Let's keep going. No, but
Yeah.
dude, in World War One as well, I didn't realize just how crazy the trench gun was.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was just thinking,
It's
oh, okay,
crazy.
it's a shotgun. I didn't realize the way the shotgun worked, but completely, like, unintentionally, is that you could hold the trigger and just keep pumping it, and it would keep firing. So basically, you could jump in and hold it and just take out an entire, or not an entire trench, but just like at least a quarter of the trench just by holding the thing down with one single
But
fully
I
loaded
found that
shotgun.
out when I was a kid. That's the reason shotgun became my favorite weapon in every first-person shooter.
They don't make them like they used to.
They really don't.
Dude, can we all agree everything that was invented was better in the 40s?
Oh yeah.
Because my grandpa would talk about like the way he used to save on gas would be like every time he would come up to a hill, he would go up the hill and then just turn his car off, coast down the hill, and then turn it back on as soon as he got to the bottom.
Dude, one of my buddies
Can't
from
do
high
that
school,
anymore.
every time we'd go on a trip to a big city, he would floor it up to 130 on the interstate and then just turn off the car.
Jesus, that is ballsy right there. That is, yikes,
Bro gave no fucks.
dude.
If it works, it works.
I remember one of my buddies drove this really old Dodge. He was a son of a farmer, right? And so he had this really old Dodge truck that, I mean, there was just rust. There was nothing besides rust on the outside. And so there was one day, it was in the middle of a storm. He was just driving down and he goes, this has no crumple protection or whatever, right? Because it's very old. And all of a sudden his brakes just cut out in the heat of a storm. And he just goes, to the ditch. Just turns in. It just hits a ditch. No crumple protection. Somehow was completely fine. And he goes, all right, I guess I can finally upgrade this truck. Just like, dude, this thing must have been built in like either the 50s or 60s, man. This thing was old.
You get home, you're like, Dad, the brakes finally gave out.
You should have
Good
seen
job, son.
you should have seen the upgrade he got, man. He went from that old rust bucket, which was barely able to hit 60, to the newest Dodge Ram with every single like bell and whistle that it had.
Whistle.
Like I'm just like, you could have had this the entire time, and yet you chose that old thing at first. What is wrong with you?
No, it's always good to have an old beater for your first car.
I guess.
It builds character, I think.
You know why he did it? He told me why he did it. Because he smoked, right?
Mhm.
And the car was so old it completely masked the smell, so his parents wouldn't find out.
Oh god.
That's the
That's
entire
a
reason he
fact.
liked driving it.
That is so dumb.
I know, it's so stupid. There was one day I called him because we were just driving back. I look up, and in the rearview mirror I just see him holding one. I'm like, dude. And he just looks up and goes, shh. I was like, okay, whatever. You know, you're only 17.
True. Did I ever tell you about the time my parents found what looked like a dip pouch and they thought I was dipping?
No.
All right, so this was when it was probably the summer after I graduated high school.
Mhm.
All right, it might have been like during my senior year, but I'm upstairs, fucking around, doing whatever I do. And you know when your parents yell and you hear your middle name and you
Oh
know what's
yeah.
going down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the moment. And so I'm like, oh shit. So, I'm running just as fast as my fat little legs will carry me down the stairs, trying to get there. Because the longer you make them wait, the more pissed off they're gonna be.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I had to go from like the very top floor of my house all the way to the basement.
Oh God.
So I'm running. I get down to the basement. My dad is holding it in the hand. He goes, "What the fuck is this?" And I look at it, and of course, I don't dip, but I do know what it looks like because I know people who dip. And I was like, I don't know. It looks like a dip pouch. Now, more than likely, it was like a silicone pouch from like a pair of shoes or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It was probably something like that. But I really didn't know what it was. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't know, it looks like a dip pouch. And he's like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. And because my dad dipped a little while he was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows what it looks like. And he was dead set. Like in his heart, he thought I was dipping for like 2 months. And so I lived in constant fear of death for about 2 months.
Dude, no. You know when I thought I was definitely gonna die? So you remember Noah Hick guy?
No.
He was in my grade. It was I don't want to say his full name. Because I don't have to edit this. But
Bro's gonna have to cut out an entire like 15-minute segment. Oh no, because you paused the recording. Like
I just stopped the recording.
You should have left it
Wow.
on. We had a great conversation.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, like the super hick kind of guy. Anyway, there was one day we were outside of Sick Tick, right? And we were all just kind of hanging around. I was hanging out with like the pickup truck boys, right? And we were just all talking, and all of a sudden, Noah comes out and starts smoking a joint right next to us. And we're like about to go in with to Beatles class. And all of us just look at him going, "What are you doing?" And we shove him out of the way and throw him back in his car. And we all just have to sniff and make sure we don't smell like it. Because we didn't want to get like chewed out by beetles for something we didn't do.
I would have gone in and I would have given Beatles a big, wet, sloppy kiss. I'm like, smell me. Smell me.
No,
He would have loved that.
at that point, I stopped hanging out with those guys before Sick Tick, because that was like the day before we had to switch parking lots. And I was like, yeah, no, thank God, because we were all so angry because we were literally just sitting there talking, and all of a sudden we look over, and bro's just like Elon Musk and Joe Rogan. Just we're like, what are you
Just acid
doing?
puffing.
Yeah. Like, he
Ever
did not
since
care.
I got COVID, skunk smells like burning rubber,
Mhm.
and weed smells like skunk.
Yeah.
Like proper skunk. So it's very easy to tell what's what.
Speaking of skunk, I still remember what my neighbor did. I told you, Grant, about this. There was one day we were all just hanging out by the pool. We're just sitting there talking, drinking, stuff like that. And we see the skunk.
But
and my neighbor
you
just
can't
goes...
legally drink.
And anyway, so my neighbor... so my neighbor sees the skunk and he goes, "Not again, hang on." Comes back out with a shotgun, runs out there, and starts lighting this thing up with a shotgun.
Or a skunk.
But shoots it like 3 or 4 times. And then
Always got a double tap.
this was, yeah. And the next morning, he opens that back door. He goes, "What?" He closes it back up. And puts his boots on, has to go bury that thing because it was stinking up the entire neighborhood. And when he opened the door, it filled his house with the skunk spray smell. Just so bad, he almost threw up.
Really opened
Yeah.
the stink gland up.
Probably did.
Oh man. Yeah, we put Pepe Le Pew in his place.
Poor Pepe Le Pew. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So I've been spending a lot of time in hospitals recently.
Yeah.
You guys know that like that hospital smell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, dude, it makes me sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
It's
god,
pretty
dude!
gross. It's like the nursing
I
home
was-
smell, man. It's just
No, it's worse.
really.
It's worse. The smell of the chemicals. It just does something to my stomach. Because I was taking my grandma home from the hospital today, and oh my goodness, just the chemical smell, it just killed me.
Boys, so I gotta tell you about something, right? So Grant just had his jaw surgery, and
Yeah.
originally his jaw or his like chin kind of stuck out a little bit more, and he looked normal because of his underbite.
I'll be giving road dome in no time. Don't worry.
And well, he was at my house Friday, and the first thing I see is just kind of like his top thing looks pushed out more, and I just show him a
As
picture
it is.
of the mayor from The Grinch, and I start losing my mind because he looked just like him.
Which to me is an old joke because my brother got a picture of me like 2 weeks before Austin showed me this picture and said the exact same fucking thing. So this, to me, it was an old joke at the time. So I just kind of looked at him.
But this was the first time I had ever seen him since he had his jaw surgery, and this is what
No,
I see,
You've seen me on. You've seen
and
me
this is
on
what I
Disney
see
Channel.
looking back at me.
Wow.
My nose is slightly turned up, and my upper lip is slightly larger.
Slightly.
Because because you have to think a lot of the muscles inside my lip that kind of like hold it tight, they all got cut
Mhm.
whenever they went to break open my face. So like a lot of the tendons and stuff and like the natural fibers that keep your upper lip really tight and kind of in the shape that it normally is, those all got cut. So the backside of my lip has kind of fallen down. And my mouth, like my upper jaw, has moved forward, so it pushes it out more, so it tilts it up even more. So that's like kind of what happened.
Grant, you know what's something even funnier? My mom, after you left, she said, I didn't want to say anything, but he definitely does look like the mayor from The Grinch.
That's another thing. My face is still numb. My braces and shit. Like
I'm
I
not
got a
gonna,
lot of stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, Grant. I know I told you this. I completely thought your face was still swollen 2 weeks after because you just looked so much different. And in this entire time, you're saying, I don't look different. I don't look different. I'm like, dude, you're almost unrecognizable.
See, and I don't think I am.
Well, it was.
I look in the mirror and I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, that's just me. Like, I don't feel
Fair
like
enough.
I look any different.
Well, it's like the same way as like me with the beard versus me without. Like, some might say you don't look any different, but then you go back and look at an old picture and you're like, oh, yeah, that's different.
Mhm.
I hope those never get resurfaced.
Oh, you mean like the one of you at your prom?
I didn't go to prom.
Oh, maybe it was maybe it was turnabout.
It was turnabout freshman year.
Yeah, I have that picture on my phone.
Yeah. Please never
When I
show
cleared
me.
out when I cleared out 600 photos
Oh my god.
and 150 videos from my camera roll. My iCloud, like the data stored on my iCloud, dropped from 5 gigs to a half a gigabyte.
Jeez.
I was so happy because now I'm not getting the fucking, oh, your phone isn't being backed up because you don't have storage in your iCloud
Mhm.
every day. Oh my
Yeah.
god, it was my biggest pet peeve in the whole world. It made
No.
me so mad.
Before I got my beard, like when you look at me now, you notice the beard kind of first thing, right? Before, when you noticed me without the beard, the first thing you
noticed
notice
those
is the
fucking
eyebrows. Yeah, the caterpillars. Without the beard, man, it was like this was the only hair on my face besides like my actual like hair, and it was like, oh man, those need to be like taking a weed whack or two. And now it's just like, okay, they're a little bit more bushier, but you know, you have facial hair, so it's fine.
If you didn't have
Yeah,
the
you wear a beard to hide the chin, and a hat to hide those baby monarchs.
if you didn't have a beard, you'd look like the bird from Angry Birds, like the big red one.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Are you talking about the bomb one?
Him for that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is. That might be the funniest thing you said, Shire. Like genuinely.
You know me.
True.
Shire's like, yeah, you know me, I'm pretty great.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, what an episode this has been so far.
Yeah.
I feel like
Poor Blurrr hasn't gotten to talk a whole lot.
I know. I feel so bad, man.
All good.
Just speak up, man. Interrupt us. We keep interrupting everyone.
What we
True.
do best.
Yeah. Poor Shire
How
never
about
gets a
this?
word in. Go ahead.
Blurrr, what's your go-to game?
Game, as in like video game or like board game or just in general.
Y'all do the whole set. Let's
Yeah.
hear 'em
Go
all.
to game.
Video game, Hades or Rocket League.
Knew that was coming.
Board game is a card game, Euchre. If anyone knows that.
Yeah, I think my grandma's heard of that game.
But every time my parents are like, let's play euchre. I'm like, no. And they're like, come on, just it's simple. And they start reading the rules to me. I start
It
drinking
is
heavily.
Fucking simple. It fucking is simple.
Dude, there was
Mine is
literally a
simple.
point where me and my friend looked at each other when they were explaining the rules. Go, we're too dumb for this. Got up, started drinking more, and started just playing video games.
But it
The
is
entire party was there.
very simple.
It's not.
It's simple. My fucking ass. I would literally rather sit there and listen to like my fucking electromagnetism lecture than try and understand the rules of euchre.
True.
Sure, it's
would-
okay. Here's the best. It's complex to explain, but once you understand it, it's so fucking easy.
You know,
Like-
I think I
you know, I've seen in Family Guy when they're explaining euchre, bro. That's how I feel every time.
doesn't he kill himself? Doesn't he just shit
Yeah,
He
himself?
kills
No.
himself, goes to hell, and it's just the same thing. He's just reading the rules to him.
I would honestly. I think I've learned euchre about 7 times.
Yeah, but I've been
And
getting
I
into chess a lot.
getting into what?
Chess.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
why,
talking to two over
but
there who are love chess.
I'm
I like
ass
chess.
at chess, but as long as I can beat my parents, that's all I really care about in it.
I liked chess until chess.com on my phone just stopped working. And I was like, I'm not touching this game again.
I am never touching this game ever again.
Oh, this is a smart man's game. It's clearly not for me. It's trying to tell me something.
True.
I'll stick to
It's-
Rocket League.
No, you won't.
hate
I
Rocket
really-
League, though.
True.
Fuck Rocket League.
It's so fun, but at the same
It's
time,
like, have anyone watched Sunny is Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
yes. We talk about
The
it.
old man, I forgot his name, but it's like, fuck you and I'll see you again tomorrow.
That is Curb Your
it's like-
Enthusiasm. That is not It's Always Sunny in
No.
Philadelphia.
My bad.
And that's Larry David.
I
watch
would
TV.
I would rather watch the entirety of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia in one sitting than learn the rules of euchre.
Yeah,
again.
same. Same thing, dude.
And I fucking hate It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I showed him the episode where Charlie was like became a male like sorter or whatever for a business and had this huge conspiracy thing. One of the best episodes in my opinion. And he despised it. Pepe Sylvia
Silva?
in this Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Oh my god.
'Cause
Wait,
he's,
that's what
he's illiterate, and so he's like Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia. And it's like, you mean Pennsylvania, you moron.
Then I went to go talk to Carol at HR. Knocked the door. Carol, open the door. There's no Carol in HR.
Not only that, there's no office. That was what
Empty
killed me
desk.
right there. We just clearly walked into the wrong room.
Someone
fucking
really
hate that
needs to
show.
teach Charlie how to read.
I love that show so much, man. I love the bit where they're at the will for the for the mom, or for like Dee and Dennis's mom, and Frank's there too, and they're all just yelling at the lawyer because the mom just hates them all except for Dennis. And so Dennis is like, thank you to the lawyer, and everyone's just screaming at the lawyer. He's like, these are not my words. I didn't write these. Stop getting mad at me.
I
Oh,
fucking hate that show.
I love it. It's such a good show. It's okay, no. I don't like the show per se. I like the cast of the show, because no, even if they're out of the like whenever they're out of the show, like if they're doing the podcast or whatever, they're still just as funny. The show really kind of tames their humor, in my opinion.
I like Danny DeVito.
I like Charlie Day as well.
Danny
Charlie,
DeVito's a legend.
agreed. Best penguin.
Agreed.
You know, God fucking damn it. Now I'm just picturing Danny DeVito as Penguin.
And that's why I
Hurts
said
my
it.
soul. No.
It looks so bad.
You know what show I love?
No.
What?
That's kind of similar to like it's always something filled in with that kind of thing. Letterkenny.
Never heard of it.
Letterkenny. It's basically these three guys, and they just literally chat shit, like literally, and they're like Canadian.
Hmm.
And I'm trying to think of like one of their
You're
best.
talking about
bits.
Canada's Worst
There's-
Driver, right?
No, but I love that show.
It's a great
That
show.
show is also my shit. No, look up Letterkenny after the podcast and listen.
I
Like,
love
just look up
Letterkenny.
like Letterkenny best moments, and like listen to some of the roast. Like, it is fucking hilarious. And there's a team, there's an Amish like family in the show.
Oh, you're talking about that
Anita
one?
Dick.
Yes, I know
And they're
exactly
called-
what you're talking about. Oh my
Mhm.
god, it was Shorzy, right? That's the name?
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I love that show.
yeah, I love Letterkenny.
Oh, dude, no, you want to know a show I love right now? Ted Lasso.
Ted
Preach to the choir.
Lasso's such a good show.
You've
Dude.
only been talking about it for like the past 3 episodes.
I know, man, dude, I can't help myself. It's so good. I'm almost done with season 2. I just got to the part where he finally tells the therapist about his dad, Grant, and I was like, oh god, that hurt.
You know what show's really good? Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
I really love Ted Lasso.
I knew it was coming. Dude, it's it is a feel good show that is also, it's heartwarming, but also just hurts your soul at some endings, man. Dude, I will agree. I think season 1 was better than season 2, but not to discredit season 2, because it's still also really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I haven't seen season 3 yet, but season 1 I think was really perfect.
Season 3 is really good.
That's good.
I've seen it all. I got an Apple TV for like 3 months free, and I heard about it. I'm like, hey, I'll give it a shot. Then I binge watched the entire first 2 seasons within 1 week.
Wait, didn't we just talk about this the other day? Like during the Minecraft SMP, and you said you hadn't watched it yet?
No, I mean I have watched it.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I'm like, did he just binge watch it faster than I did? I was really worried. I was like, man,
Oh.
this man has plenty of
When I
time.
get to a show, I binge watch it.
I binge watch shows
Oh,
that I
dude.
like too, but with streaming and my job and the gym, I don't have time to sit down and watch like an entire season a day. So I'll watch like an entire season over a week.
You know what's really frustrating?
You?
Weekly episodes.
I disagree.
I hate. Well, here's the thing. Okay, weekly episodes are fine as long as you have like one show every day dedicated to like an episode. Like, you know, like this show puts out its episode on this day, this show puts out its episode on this day. And so you have something to look forward to every day. But if you have weekly shows and they just all drop episodes on the exact same day, that shit pisses me off. Because then I watch like 4 shows at like 4 episodes, but like there's nothing left.
You just muted. you just muted.
I know I did, motherfucker. I'm saying goodnight. I love you to my mother.
Oh, jeez, so aggressive, man. But no, here's the thing.
That's my mom.
I like weekly shows because here's the thing. I like watching a few shows at a time because I can't concentrate on a single show. So what I'll do is I'll have this main show that has a lot of seasons that I'll watch, and then I'll watch the weekly episodes on those times when it comes out, and now I'll put off that day, and that's how I get stuff done. Because otherwise, if it's all out at once, well, now it's gonna take every single time, like, I have to schedule my day out so I can watch at least one episode a day, and then I'll get like really concentrated on one show, and then completely forget about the other one. It's like, oh well, I need to watch this show before this new one comes out for another weekly show. And it's just like here, and it's like, I like weekly ones. That way I can separate my time better.
So you have autism.
Blah, 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 blah.
ADHD.
Sounds a lot more like autism.
No,
I
Like
wouldn't.
my
Grant-
ADD
Grant's
doesn't
right.
let me move on from a show. I have to binge watch a show in its entirety. That's why I never have new shit to watch, because I will binge watch everything in a day or two, and then I got nothing to watch, so I rewatch all the stuff I have watched.
I don't get
You
fixated
don't-
on a show. I just I get like, oh, this is really cool. Then I see a clip from a different show. I'm like, I want to watch that one now, and then I lose track of what I was doing.
Except
No,
for
I get
Ted
like the
Lasso.
hyperfixation. I watch like one thing and just blow through the whole thing.
I don't.
Fuck, what was I gonna say? God damn it.
We never know
I
what
went
goes on with Grant's
goldfish.
mind. Yeah.
I went goldfish. Fuck.
At the words of Ted Lasso, be a goldfish.
Not when you're trying to fucking remember something.
Stop trying to remember. Simply do.
Be an elephant. Show up to a person you've like graved every year for the next ever.
What?
What?
You never heard that?
I don't know what you just
Ouch.
said.
We're not speaking words.
Yeah. you
Sorry,
simply just forgot what you were saying halfway through a sentence and then skipped to the end.
I still have mush mouth. Be an elephant. Show up to somebody's grave that you really liked every year forever.
Oh, okay, yeah. That is not what you said. You said
That is what I said.
No,
I
you-
just
you
said it fast.
You said
and with
be
mush
an
mouth.
elephant, show up graved every year. that's what you said. We were like, what? What does this
That is
mean?
not what I said. I just said
That's-
everything really fast, and I have
that's
mush
what you
mouth because
said.
my jaw's so
Yeah,
gray.
thank you, Shire.
What
No.
you heard and what I said are not the
No,
same
Grant,
thing.
but you have it wrong. Show up to someone's grave who you hated, just to piss on the grave every year.
That's fucked up.
Wow. Rude.
Yeah. Well, if you
Yeah,
hated
I
them,
don't
you know it's not
dishonor
that.
the dead.
Yeah. Well,
No,
they chose a
Even
grave
my
over
worst
cremation. You
enemy.
know? That's-
that's true. Fuck you. You know what? You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I take back my earlier statement
Yep.
about not doing that, and you're absolutely right. You're getting buried. Fuck you. If you're a Jehovah's Witness and you refuse blood, fuck you.
Yeah, that is.
All my homies hate the Jehovah's Witnesses. If there's a
Stepdad used to
Jehovah's
be a
Witness,
Jehovah's Witness.
is he still your stepdad?
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad. I feel sorry for you.
Like I said, used to be. His family still is.
Well, take out their knees.
Wha-
They can't ride those bikes anymore.
Go for the knees.
Assassinate. I think it's really dumb that Jehovah's Witnesses refuse blood
Yeah, that's
at like
stupid.
hospitals and stuff. Just it's like, what?
You know what I think they should genuinely do?
No.
I think if they're like, no, we refuse blood, I said okay, and just shoots the patient. He's like, fine, this is what you wanted. You see this is what you wanted. Think do better, you know. Like,
That's what I love. I love hearing the Reddit stories of nurses who are like dealing with Jehovah's Witnesses, and they're like,
yeah,
here's the blood consent form. She's like, oh, and they're like, oh, well, I don't consent. And she was like, okay, well, you'll die, and then walks away. That would be me. I'd be like,
Yeah.
all right, well,
turn off life
'cause-
support.
no, because there was one where it was the family had to make the decision for the person,
Mhm.
and they were like, well, he wouldn't want the blood transfusion, and so she just goes, all right, well, go ahead and go in and say your goodbyes. They were like, whoa, what about alternatives? And she's like, there are no alternatives. Your father, whatever he was, has lost 2 liters of blood. He needs blood, and if he doesn't get it, he's going to die. And the idea of not having a blood transfusion is just so dumb to me.
Oh yeah.
Because the reasoning is always like keeping your body pure. But like, why would God make a universal blood type
Agreed.
if he didn't want blood transfusions to happen?
See, if
But why would you also make it the least common blood type?
no, here's what I would do
Yeah.
if I was a nurse, right? If instead of saying, okay, go say your goodbyes, I'd be like, okay, well, one, go say your goodbyes, and then be like, what alternatives? I'm like, I mean,
There are none.
I can say, okay, I can alternatively throw them out the window instead. Would you prefer that? Like, you know,
I mean, I can provide a different method of death, but without blood, he's good as dead. Dead as a doornail.
the alternatives. Okay, you can die with them. You know, would you prefer that? Like, maybe you'll all go out
I
together.
can arrange that. I can arrange that.
Yeah. We are terrible people. We really are.
Oh yeah.
We
we-
could be worse.
We could. Nah. Genuinely, me and Grant just
We
don't
could
care.
be Jehovah's Witnesses.
We have absolutely no filter for people who are just blatantly stupid. And not because, like, they're stupid as in, like, they're just not intelligent. Stupid as in, like, they lack common sense. Because they're just
Yeah.
so stuck in their either beliefs or, like, just, like, in a wind tunnel kind of thing. I guess.
Yeah, not Forrest Gump stupid. Kim Kardashian stupid. You know what I mean? Like Paris Hilton stupid. That's what we're really kind of not liking around
True.
these parts.
True.
Forrest Gump's a good homie of mine.
Is the actor? So, no, that's like Go Go Rocket Girl kind of thing.
No, not the actor.
Okay. Yeah.
Like someone with the intelligence of 75, like the IQ, is a really great friend of mine. He actually streams.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
I
you make it
should
so
have known you were talking about Brady like that.
Oh, poor Brady. He doesn't really stream anymore though.
I know. I told him if he started streaming, I would hook him up with the org, but like, I never saw a follow through from it. He said probably this summer,
Nah.
and then he just never did. I said okay.
Gonna be
He's
honest, I thought
working.
you were
He's at
talking about
Disney right
Oscar.
now.
Is he at Disney? That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what'd you say, Share?
I thought Grant was talking about you.
No. He's talking about Brady.
Oh, I was. Oh, I
No.
definitely.
We
That's
both
what
know
I
I'm
thought.
smarter than you, Grant.
Oh, definitely.
So I passed on my classes last semester.
I was about to say that's why you
Yeah.
you dropped out of your program, right?
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm smart, just not an engineer.
Don't know
Well,
why
I said
you
I'm
want to be an
smart.
engineer.
Grant, listen. The difference is it's not that I
I'm smart,
didn't
I'm
know
just not
stuff, it's that I
smart.
just didn't have the not motivation, but like the care for it. Like streaming stuff like that. I genuinely care about that. And I love doing it. So I am taking in as much knowledge as possible from it. But engineering, I simply lost that like interest. And so it
Motivation.
became a lot harder to enjoy it and learn in it or with it. Like
You
with Beatles, I
know what
enjoyed
I-
it. And yeah.
You know what I truly care about?
passing, money.
Not dying.
Oh, I could care less if
Which
I
is
do
what
that.
which is what would happen if I didn't pass my classes.
You know, I can't say it wasn't very close. It was a very close call. But you know how it was good, or how that stopped happening. My parents came to visit me during one of the worst weeks up there.
Oh yeah.
And like, okay, my parents came up for like a weekend because they wanted like see me up there, and it was literally like one of the worst weekends where I was getting no sleep. And they took me to get a haircut because I was sitting to have a car up there, and I passed out. And they're like, okay, you know what? Go take a nap. We'll come get you for dinner, right? I said, okay, that's great. Put my phone right next to my ear, volume all the way up on the ringer. My roommate came in, went out and forgot to lock it. My parents called like 3 times, couldn't get a hold of me. My dad managed to get his way into my room, shook me awake, and I was like, huh, what? Like, you know what? Go back to bed. We'll just have lunch tomorrow. I said, you got it. And right out. Yeah, that was
I had,
interesting weekend.
speaking of sleep, last night I had a dream and it was like crazy. Like I can only remember a few details. You know the scene in Interstellar where he's in like the 4th dimension?
Mhm.
And he's like flying through and he like sees the room everywhere. That's kind of what it was like. Like I was phasing through objects in my dream. I was doing like puzzles. Like it was crazy. You know the guy who plays oh shit. Oh no. Oh god, we're the Millers.
Oh, the guy with the eyebrows.
No, well, yeah, the redheaded guy.
Yeah.
He was in my
Close
dream.
to me. Nice. I was in
Be
your
quiet,
dream?
speckle.
That's
Be
really
quiet,
cool.
specklehead.
Oh my god. What is
That was a slur for ginger people I heard the other day, and I just really wanted to use it. I'm sorry, Shire.
And we had this conversation the other day. So you say you don't save jokes. Look at that right there. You just saved your joke. 'Cause-
But I didn't save it. It just popped back into my head.
listen, Blur.
Made,
We're having
made
this
Shire
argument
leave with
because
that one.
I'm the type of guy who I will think of a joke and I will save it for months, up to a year if I have to, waiting for the perfect opportunity. He will force it into conversation so he can make that joke. I will let it flow naturally. And like for 2 months, I've been waiting for a single picture at Boston because I'm not sure if you saw it, Blur. I think you did. I think you liked it.
The Nevi,
Yeah, the Hana and Noah one with that.
yeah, I
the
saw
face. Yeah,
that.
because that was from her subathon. That picture was from her subathon, which was 2
What?
months ago. Because Jody took a picture of me as a joke, and a week later I reached out to him saying, "Hey, do you still have that picture?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Print it out and take it to Boston if you can, and take a picture with him with it." And so we've had this planned for 2 months for a single picture, and they were dying laughing when he pulled it out. Man, that sounded bad. I'm so sorry, Jody.
Shut up, Jody.
We love Jody,
Shire,
man.
Shire's
Sounds like a
demanding
butt.
an apology in the chat.
Is he
He's
actually?
demanding an apology in the chat.
I gotta... Oh my god.
Everyone
Oh,
heard
man.
it. I said I was sorry before he left, and then he
We
left,
never heard it.
And he's
Never happened.
play back
What
the
happened?
recording.
We're not
Play
recording.
back the recording. What?
No, I'm kidding. I'm just... Can you imagine if we just did this entire thing and I forgot to hit record?
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
wouldn't be surprised.
Excuse
Honestly,
me? Excuse me? You got
it
something to
sounds
say
bad
there,
on
Blur?
par.
Yes, I do. You heard
Alright.
what I said.
Say it. Say it. Say it.
You heard
Right
what
now.
I
Right
said.
now.
You heard it.
Anyways, can we talk about how bad the esports like decals have gotten in Rocket League? We went from like the Dignitas one before this
that's
new
what
one,
she's
where it was
the
like
only one.
black and gold and it looked perfect, to having now and it's like, what is
Well, you
this?
know what they're doing, right?
What?
The Rocket League is letting people make their own decals. Like orgs make their own decals.
They aren't?
They are.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, that but sometimes they don't actually hire
Mm,
good graphic designers, aka Beefy Ramen Dudes, who's made the Moist decal, just who made a sick ass SSG decal with like constellations on it.
I see. I see.
They hire like $5 fiver guys to be like, here.
Yeah, no, dude,
The
I've been
$5 fiver.
I've been running a decal today, like for the Finnick, like the old Dignitas one, where it's just all black with like gold wings and like the gold owl head on the hood. Perfect.
Diggy.
That is literally the perfect. And then they changed the logo for Dignitas. And it's like, why?
Dude, the
It was
old
perfect.
Okay.
Octane Ghost.
Old SSG decal. I have it for the Finnick. I'm so pissed I never got it for the Octane.
Dude,
I
it's
am
the same
so
way I feel about
pissed.
Ghost. I have the Ghost Finnick, but I don't have the one for the Octane.
I don't
It's so
remember.
good.
It's
I
so
don't
good.
remember the old Ghost.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, like the old Ghost, like the one where it's just like black and white, has like the little G and stuff like that.
Oh,
looks-
I'm talking about the like first SSG one with like the
Oh yeah.
the SIP car, the SSG decal and the White Reapers. That
Mhm.
car.
Yeah.
I know
Ooh.
I have that for my Finnick. Even though I'm a Finnick main now, it looks shit on the Finnick, and you can't use Reapers on the Finnick. So it sucks.
I run two different car styles now, and these are the only ones I run anymore because it's the only ones I feel like I play good on. For Octane, I run Titanium White Octane, but I turn it to black on Bacchus mod. And
Do you not have the Black Octane?
I don't think it exists, does it?
I have it.
Yeah, it does.
It's,
I don't. No, I
item
don't have the
shop.
black Octane or Fennec.
They were both item shop exclusives.
I'm gonna get them both when I get it. But anyway, I run black Octane and black Fennec. Then I put on the Octane, I put the old Cloud9 logo, and I use Alpha Wheels and Alpha Boost, right? And then on the Finnick, I run the old Dignitas one with like the black and gold, and then Alpha Wheels and Alpha Boost. Perfect.
No, dude. The old Ghost logo on the Octane, where it was like just black and white, but it looked kind of like holographic.
Mhm.
That was the shit.
Well, and those things are really good. That's why I like the. Okay, let me describe this Dignitas one to you, Grant. Imagine Smokey and the Bandit.
Okay.
That's the car.
Ah.
That's why I love it. Except it's just a nice pure gold looking car.
I never got into Dig. They're not my favorite org at all.
I no, they're not my favorite org at all. Like none of the orgs.
I just can't support them.
Mhm.
I can't.
I-
Like they've done shit in the past which I don't agree with.
Fair enough. Now
What'd they do?
yeah, fair. I don't know actually.
A lot.
Okay. No, like I
very
love
not in
Ghost.
the Rocket League scene, just in like esports in general.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I love Ghost and SSG, but you know I don't run their stuff usually because I just
SSG got me into esports
same.
with their R6 team when in like 2017, I want to say.
I don't know. Arsenal was the first person I ever started watching in esports, and he's the one, or not esports, then RL esports, and so that's why I started watching RLCS because of him, and now I love it. Now he's not as good.
Rattles for me.
Riddles, that's a good one. That's a good
I
one.
love Selena.
I still love watching Squishy though. Like in any YouTube videos of any pros, I only watch Squishy because he's actually like very informational, and
Oh, yeah.
you know, also he's not like screaming or very aggressive or speaking French like Zen.
That's why I like
uh,
Rattles. He's calm. Like his just mentality is off the charts in my opinion.
Yeah, and he's not French. That's a big thing. That's another reason why I don't like
Agreed.
Zen.
Fuck the French.
Yeah, exactly. They're like the Amish but worse. Isn't that
The
right?
Yeah.
The French are the fucking dredges of society.
Here's the thing, right? I love French accent. Like, okay, like Canadians, right? If Canadians speak French, fine. If they're actual French people, no. Right? Also, I like
I've
Canadians.
never
Canadians
met-
are awesome.
Canadians are cool.
I have never met a group of people more gatekeepy than the French. I mean, if you are not like, if you
Fuck the
go to a
blue
country,
wall.
well, that's the thing. If you go to a country and you just attempt to speak their language, they get really happy. They just smile like, oh. But you go to France and try to speak French, and you will be fucking crucified. You will be dragged through the filthy streets of Paris that is just covered in garbage because the French people are so fucking stupid. That's why the French have literally never, ever successfully defended their territory in Europe, ever.
True.
They had 2 opportunities, 2 world wars, and they immediately folded the second the battle started in both of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we talk about how great Russia was during wars, though? Dude, there's no one who successfully beat Russia by invading them except the Russians.
Okay, well that's because Russia's terrain is just so ass.
I know.
It's
Exactly.
like trying to invade America.
I
It's
know.
just
That's
so
the point I'm trying to make here.
impractical.
It's they literally got to a point where like, let's just keep throwing bodies at them. We have more people than they have bullets.
Yep.
No, Russia doesn't have more people than the enemy has bullets, but they have no regard for the life of their men.
True.
China has more people than the enemy has bullets.
Well, maybe not America.
Not once we drop the sun on them.
How?
Here comes the sun. Doo, doo, doo.
I love. Have you seen the clip where they like it goes from Kratos and he hits the clouds and all of a sudden it just turns into a nuke?
No.
It's an old clip, but like when all the Kratos falling off the mountain or whatever, and like the Aerosmith song
Yeah.
starts playing, there's one that just did that, but then right after it just transitioned to as soon as he hits the clouds, it turns into the nuke, and Here Comes the Sun starts playing.
Dude, the true god of war, the nuclear weapon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I still love that one where the guy did a parody of God of War. And he's just Zeus is just singing to Zeus is just singing No Role Models by J. Cole while Ares is just getting murked in the back.
Dude, now you made me start thinking about like a fucking Greek musical.
Oh
And now
no.
I'm thinking about Hercules and how good that fucking movie is.
It's a great movie.
Good movie.
By the way, guys, we've
Not
been
the
going for
one
an
with The
hour and a
Rock.
half. Whenever you guys want to wrap it up, let me know.
Holy shit.
Yeah, usually we do it an hour, but we've been going over. We just
Time
keep talking.
flies when you're,
Yeah.
I don't
Talking.
know.
Okay, well, I guess.
Whoa.
Are y'all good to end now, or do you guys want to keep going?
I've
I
been good
definitely
for
jaw's
did not
an hour
starting
open
and a
up
half.
League of Legends.
Okay, one
finished
at a time,
my-
boys.
I finished
Um,
my 100 videos like 5 minutes ago, so
Okay.
I'm good to call it if that's the group consensus.
I mean, if you want to be on another
CS:GO.
episode too, you can as well. I mean, we'll love to have you.
back-to-back episode films.
We did that with
No,
Infrequent.
absolutely not. That was so brutal though.
Was it?
Yeah, dude.
You weren't even here
Two
for the
and a half-
first half of the first episode because you had an exam or studying for an exam.
Imagine studying.
I know, right?
Dude,
One
I
of
don't
my
wanna hear it.
times, I was in high school and I didn't do my homework or took any notes. I was like, hey, if I get a 90% or higher on the test, can you just mark it as complete? My teacher's like, he ain't doing this shit. And I got a 99. And I did that the entire year. And I just looked at it every single time.
Yeah, you can't do that at Purdue. You'll get
This was in high school. I didn't
True.
go to college.
And,
I didn't study in high school, but
me neither.
I'll be damned if I don't study in college because you will get it straight up the ass, dude.
Well, let me put it simply, right? In Calculus 1, I studied hard, and I got a 36%.
Mm-hmm.
Get good.
A curve?
No, that's-
no.
No. That was like the first exam. The second exam, I got a 40, and the third exam, I got a 50. And the final, I don't
They
know
don't
what I
curve
got.
until the.
Yeah, they curved at the
They
end.
don't curve until the end.
And I got screwed in Calc 2 for that curve.
Oh yeah.
Dude, in Calc 2, there's usually like a 15% curve. I got a 5%.
I got screwed twice in a row in Calc 3.
True. You got a terrible professor. Are you doing Calc 3 this summer?
Yeah.
You better pass it, man.
Oh, dude, I've already taken an exam and I have like a 95 in the class.
Well, don't get a 15 on your final again.
Yeah, dude. No, that's the thing. In my first time through Calc 3, I was literally 1% away from passing.
Same
My
with Calc 2.
second time
okay.
through, this is my second time, I was also 1% away from passing with like a 10% smaller curve.
I'm not gonna lie, Grant. I want you to pass, right? I want you to pass, but I'm hoping it's like a 1% barely above passing. Because
Oh,
I
no,
feel
dude.
like, dude. I can
I'm
only
gonna,
imagine like the nail biting that would be going on. It's like a Tom and Jerry kind of thing.
I would be shitting my pants. I refuse to let it get that bad.
Because like if you fail, you have to switch schools, right?
Yeah, I won't be able to continue through civil engineering.
Yeah.
Yikes. Hope you pass.
I will. I'm not worried about it this time. I'm
Yeah.
like way better off now, like this time through, than I was either of the last two times.
Because you have a better professor.
Yeah. Well, here's
I
the
have
thing.
some
I can.
crazy teacher stories.
Yeah.
It's pre-recorded, so I can like learn my own pace. And I like my professor when I email him, he like actually answers,
Oh, that's nice.
which is really nice.
What's
the thing about
that
summer.
like?
yeah.
It's really weird. It's really weird. Because
you email a professor at Purdue,
My
they're never
entire
getting
high
back.
school, my entire high school teachers were high half the time, so that was fun.
Yep. That sounds about right.
mine were high on learning.
All right. Anyways, guys, we're gonna end this episode here because that was terrible. You really killed the spirit of this episode, didn't you, Grant? With that one.
That's what Grant does best.
Yeah, true. He's like the guy at a party who you avoid because as soon as you walk over to him, he'll just start talking about history facts, and you're like, dude, we're at a party. Like, I can't take him around anywhere in public anymore. We have to stay specifically just like in private because otherwise he will go off and he is like a nuclear bomb to any happiness and joy in public.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to walk through Walmart on my lonesome anymore. Because I growl like little kids when they get lost. Like if I see a little kid unattended, I'll like walk by and be like, and then like whenever they like fall, like they like trip when like backing up and like hit the shelves. Oh, it's hilarious.
I don't feel safe here anymore.
It's worse than my Lego story,
So-
man.
Hilarious.
Ugh. All right. Yeah, see, me and Grant are the opposite of Coco Rocker Girl. We hate kids.
Oh, I hate
Oh,
kids
dude.
as well. Even though I don't want children at all.
I love kids.
All right, anyways, boys.
Oh God.
Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Blurr, for joining us this episode. I'm so sorry you had to be dealing with us, but yeah, it was fun. We you can definitely be on another episode if you want. We're always
Mm-hmm.
always looking for other people to be
Always.
on. So
I'm gonna go
Thanks.
take a poop.
all right.
All right then.
I appreciate the
had-
the heads up.
I'm gonna
Had to
some
make sure
food.
everyone was well aware.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
gonna
you.
go make some pierogies.
I'm gonna go play Rocket League.
What the? Or you're gonna go play CS:GO.
Oh, you gonna go play Minecraft?
Oh, that's a big one. All right. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. Have a good night.